The Wonder Woman series is reportedly no more, or at least it's not going to happen the way the director meant it to.
You should be ashamed.
My apologies.
You should be ashamed.
Diana.
In the wake of such critical failures as Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Suicide Squad, fans of DC started to rapidly lose faith in Warner Brothers. Despite being only a few installments into what was then the DC Extended Universe, the studio had already demonstrated a worrisome inability to keep their film quality consistent. Thankfully, 2017's Wonder Woman bucked this trend by offering moviegoers an engaging, visually interesting superhero story that critics and general audiences alike would come to agree was a triumph for the genre. For a moment, it seemed like the DCEU was on the right track. But Warner Brothers failed to maintain consistent quality across their DC releases post-Wonder Woman, and with the sequel, the Wonder Woman series also ran into the issue of quality control. In 2020, director Patty Jenkins and Diana Prince actress Gal Gadot reunited for Wonder Woman 1984, a period piece focused on the Amazonian princess set in the 80s that calls back to the Richard Donner Superman era of comic book films. Sadly, unlike its predecessor, it struggled tremendously to win folks over, as evidenced by numerous poor reviews and a muted fan reaction. Even though Wonder Woman 1984 wound up becoming something of a misfire, Warner Brothers at one point still planned to get the ball rolling on Wonder Woman 3. Sadly, for those hoping to see the Wonder Woman trilogy completed, plans have since changed. As revealed on December 7, 2022 by The Hollywood Reporter, Wonder Woman 3 is officially off the table at Warner Brothers Discovery. According to the publication, Patty Jenkins recently submitted a treatment she put together alongside co-writer Geoff Johns, only for them to find out that the feature is no longer on DC's release slate. The reason for this move? DC Studios heads James Gunn and Peter Safran, as well as Warner Brothers Pictures' Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy, who all reportedly felt the threequel wouldn't fit within the studio's new direction. This announcement comes shortly after Gunn and Safran were selected to helm DC Studios in hopes of keeping DC-related films and television programs cohesive and of the highest quality possible. At the time the THR report was published, the duo was set to meet with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav to work out the specifics of what the DC Universe will look like under their watchful eyes. Wonder Woman 3 now joins the likes of fellow 2022 cancellations Batgirl and the Wonder Twins in the DC media graveyard, while such productions as Shazam, Fury of the Gods, the ever-controversial The Flash, and more remain intact. According to a Deadline report about new DC heads James Gunn and Peter Safran canceling Wonder Woman 3, one anonymous source claimed that the door is open for director Patty Jenkins to submit plans for an entirely new Wonder Woman project, despite the cancellation of her threequel. Seemingly then, Gunn and Safran have no issue with Jenkins' work as a filmmaker, so much as they genuinely seem to be taking the DC film universe in a brand new direction. Gal Gadot's future with DC, meanwhile, is murkier. On December 6th, just prior to news of the Wonder Woman cancellation, Gadot tweeted about her longtime superhero role, concluding with the promise that she can't wait to share Diana's next chapter with you. But that message came before the news broke that the planned sequel was no longer moving forward. Whether or not Gadot might remain a part of any future Jenkins Wonder Woman project, or even a part of the DC cinematic universe moving forward, is not quite certain for the time being. Perhaps someday we'll see Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman trilogy completed, but for now, it's in the bin.